Miss Tina, and welcome to Lakeshore Academy. Today I'm going to be showing you what we're going to be doing for the 2018-2019 school year for PE and health. I'm really going to be focused a lot on wellness and health and how my children can utilize being self-sufficient in all those regards with their, because we eat relatively well and already, but I just want to have some things documented, especially being that my daughter now is in high school and she has to take PE, which is physical education. We was doing that anyway, but it's just going to be a little bit more detailed. So right now I'm in the process of just collaborating a whole lot of different stuff together. I want my children to be able to handle not only their health, meaning physical health, but be able to handle mental health, how to deal effectively with stress, how to deal with something not going your way and it affects your mood. With females, PMS and various different things that we go through as with that's hormonal, and even guys, even boys go through different things transitioning into their life. So transitioning from adolescence to adulthood, so I want to prepare them now so that they can have a good foundation, so when they become adults they'll know how to deal with these things successfully. And if these don't work, you can always seek medical help as well. But I want them to know how to do things as natural as possible with foods and natural supplements and essential oils if possible. That's what I want them to know how to do, and don't have to automatically run to the medicine cabinet picking up some medicine when you can actually use a lot of the foods that we eat, a lot of the diets that we have contribute to poor health and not feeling well. So I'm basically trying to build that now. Now, this I know I will not get through in entirety in 1 year. However, I will build on it and build on it and build on it until I am satisfied with how much they learn. Like my daughter is also going to be doing home economics as well this year. And we're going to be focusing on meal planning and making a meal in such a way that it will support your body to get the fuel and the energy that it needs, so that it will not be um your body will be strong enough to have a strong immunity to ward off sickness if possible, and different stuff like that through the use of food. And then add on having wellness using essential oils, supplements, and just having a positive attitude. So I'm going to be, let me just break down or walk you through what exactly we are going to be doing. Let me pull it closer so I can. Okay. For PE, we have an exercise bike, a treadmill, and some little light weights that we're going to use. And we're going to use dance as well with PE. So we're going to be using tap. Like for people who hate the exercise, maybe they'll like to tap. I have a pair of tap shoes. We're gonna do that. Actually, I kind of bought this one for me because I want to tap dance. Oh my goodness! So we're gonna use this. We're gonna use Zumba. My son loves Zumba, so he'll do this with the maracas by himself if he have to. And my daughter, she likes it too. Um, We're going to use Dancing with the Stars. And we also have an exercise ball DVD in which we can use to go with our exercise ball. We're going to use, my son loves these. These are like playing cards for kids that's centered around fitness. So if you're looking for a fun way to incorporate, my son loved when he did this right here. I had to take a picture of him when he did this because he loved it. So basically how we start off with a little warm up exercise, just warming up our muscles before we start exercising. And then my son loved when he did this right here. I had to take a picture of him when he did this because he loved it. So basically how we just do this. Various different things. I also have some back exercise sheets that we do as well. Okay, and Here's some more things that we're doing for PE. Twister. And we have 3 different versions of Twister. We have the traditional Twister. We have the Twister moves that's have music to go with it. And we have another Twister. So we're going to use all those various forms of Twister during the school year too, to switch it up, because my kids need variety. They get kind of, when we do the same thing over and over and over, they get kind of stagnant and lose interest. So to keep them to help keep them focused and enjoy learning, I like to switch up stuff, because sometimes children don't want to sit down and meticulously write down every little concept, every little thing. They would much rather do hands-on stuff or stuff to get them moving. So I do a little bit of everything just to fill all those needs. Now, when we do health and PE, a lot of us, we don't think about exercising the brain, exercising the mind, or making sure our brain or our mind is healthy, because whether you realize it or not, our brain, our thoughts really have a great impact on how we feel, our health, what we doing, our outer appearance, the way that we present ourselves to everyone. It has a lot to do with it. So to help my children with that, I have both of them my mood book, which is basically like a mood diary, and it has cute little things in it for the children to like circle and do and write down exactly how they're feeling, what activities they're doing, and why they're feeling a certain type of way. Because children are just like adults. Sometimes you wake up and you feel happy and you want to do that, and some days you just don't know quite how you feel, and you just not in a great mood. So in order to help them recognize it for their moves and actions, they're going to have this to rate how they are feeling that particular day. Not only will it be helpful for them, it'll be helpful for me to understand like what type of foods, what movies, what they was doing that maybe contribute food, and how they can adjust it and make themselves feel better. Or they can just look back and say, oh, okay, this day I was so great, and what was going on in my life when this happened. Was it a certain stressful situation, a family tragedy, a real stressful test? Whatever the case may be, they can be able to identify what it is and be able to try to adjust it and fix it on their own, instead of just muddling through the day. We're also going to be using, this book here. Matter of fact, I got this from Five Below, and I got this from Dollar Tree. Yeah, this from Dollar Tree. I bought this from Dollar Tree, and it has various different exercises that you can do to help you. I'm not going to do all of them, but we're going to do some of them. And it talks about how exercise can be a natural cure to a lot of the ailments and the problems that we have. And it's a great de-stressor, exercise. So now that we have our mind intact, so to speak, they're working through their emotion with their mind. They already did their physical activities with the exercises and the different things that I have over there. Now it's time to get down to our inner workings of our body systems. If you don't already know, my children and I, along with another homeschooling family, Andrew Check Academy. If you haven't checked out her YouTube channel, go check it out. Subscribe, because we're going to be doing some amazing things, because we're going to be collaborating a lot together on various different things. And hopefully, if we can get it organized, we're going to let you guys even share in some of our activities on YouTube, if we can, to get this Zoom thing to work, where I can have her tied in from Alberta, Canada, and we're tied in the States, and you all can actually share in and watch us actually do a full live classroom session and stuff. Share in and go to school with us, so to speak. Let's see how our day-to-day go, the ups and downs or whatever. We're going to try to do that the next school year. I don't know how often we're going to do it, but we're going to try to at least do it some. Okay, so I will be using or to chronicle what's going on in our lives with the home remedies and the cooking ideas. We're going to be using DIY thinking tree journals. And it's basically like a fill-in book. So we're going to be using these. to chronicle our journeys of wellness and teaching the children to have, at the end, they will have their own healthy living cookbook and their own self-help home remedies book that they're going to test different things, different essential oils, different remedies, different foods that worked for them. Because as you know, or you may not know, just because an essential oil or remedy, a home remedy work for you, it does not necessarily mean that it's going to work for the next person, because everybody's body's chemicals and balance is different. So although for the general public it may work for a certain thing, that oil or that supplement or that food may not work for you. So although we're going to start at the basis, what works for just about everybody on the spectrum, however, we're going to find out what specifically works for Tajay, what specifically works for Isaiah, what specifically works for Tina and Curtis. We're going to work and we're going to write it down and say, okay, this was going on. This worked better for me than this. And this is going to be my go-to when I have this problem again, or if and when I have that problem. To help them along that path, I have these flashcards. You know I love flashcards. And so these flashcards gonna help with the mental aspect, dealing with your emotions. They're not gonna have to worry about this passion. But anyway, and stuff. But anyway, but it's helping with these different emotions that you can feel when you're going through different transitions in your life. Like you might feel intimidated. Say, for example, they have to do a presentation. My children are in public speaking. So sometimes they do get a little nervous or intimidated because maybe the crowd is big or whatever. So if they're in a moment like that, they can just go to this essential oil flashcard and look up intimidated, turn to the back, and it'll give you helpful suggestions on what may help with that sort of. And of course, this is just a couple of them. You have to do your own research, but it's many different things that can help with intimidation other than these 4 essential oils with your emotions. But I like it because it has a nice little slogan at the top, and then it gives you a couple of suggestions on what you can try with your essential oils, with essential oils that you use. But make sure if you have get essential oils that is from a reputable company and it's safe. But you have to do your own due diligence and research on that. I'm very, very happy with the company that I'm with. And if you have any questions about it or need a one-on-one class or you want to consider purchasing some oils, just let me know. Private message, it doesn't matter. And these essential oil flashcards, these are good like when I have classes and I'm teaching people about how essential oils are very how it works in the body. A lot of people know essential oils work. For those of you who do use them, for those of you who do use essential oils, you know that they work. But for those of you who don't use them, you're probably saying, oh, that mess don't work. But I give you the science behind how they actually work in the body. Now, I'm going to be truthfully honest. Some of the words I can't pronounce because they're long scientific words, but I can definitely give you the information on it, displaying how scientifically based with research, what it does in the body, certain oils does in the body, and why it support certain areas of the body so well. So in harmony with that, we're going to be using these essential oils. Flashcards, they have frankincense, various different names. It has the different names of the essential oils on it. And then on the back, it just have different things that it may support. Now, keep in mind that I'm not a doctor. I'm not here to diagnose or treat any medical condition. This is just for educational purposes. These cards, flashcards and everything is just for educational purposes. But you can do your due diligence, do your research, and these things may help. They could help. But I know personally for myself, they have done amazing things for my family and I. So it talks about fennel and it talks about what fennel does. This is not all the things that fennel does. I did a total research on this, and fennel is an excellent essential oil for so many different things. It helps support so many different various aspects of the human body, which I'm not going to go into, but I would be willing to do it maybe in the future. I did do a live video in another place talking about fennel before. So, but I'm not going to go into detail in this video, but maybe another one if y'all want me to. But at any rate, it tells you a little bit about what fennel may do for you, and that goes through with various other essential oils as well. Now, along those lines, I also have a little booklet about essential oils and gives us like the best results of how to use the certain essential oils. And who doesn't love a DIY? This is a DIY book that was gifted to me about the early part of this year. So I like it because it comes straight out to the point to explain to you how you can personally make a lot of the stuff that we purchase from the stores, but we can make it without all the harsh chemicals and with natural products. And it explains to you how much of each essential oil you need to use, what kind of other stuff you need to buy, and to make it yourself. And it's amazing. So we're going to be using it because they're going to be making their own stuff as well. Because I'm trying to teach them how to be self-sufficient on their own with their health, to pay attention to their body. This is just an essential oils pocket reference that someone gave me. When I got my kit, someone gifted this to me, and I appreciate it. And it just gives more and more detail. It's kind of like an essential oils textbook. Of course, it's a whole lot more essential oils reference guides. You have to make the decision on which one you would like to buy. But there are a lot. This is the one that I prefer, but I mean, everyone has their own choice of what they like and what they don't like. Now, I mean, as well, it's just a plain notebook, but what we're going to do, we're going to use it to take notes on what we're learning and what we're doing with essential oils and natural living, with how the essential oils work for each person, how recipes that we foods, stuff that we like that, to put in these 3 notebooks. Okay, this is the physical text in which we're going to be using. It's now it's entitled Young Living, but this is not by Young Living Group. These are some of using to help support our emotions and our wellness. Those are not all of this. Some of what comes in the premium starter kit, but it's a whole lot more oils that we have. Focus to promote restfulness, to promote just alertness, wellness. Okay. Now, like I said, the health textbook that we will be using, and it's entitled Young Living. However, this is not published by Young Living Essential Oils Company. This is a total different Young Living. And it just basically goes over, let me just turn to the table of contents. Chapter 1 talks about how you are unique. It talks about everyday living skills. It talks about successes, working in the kitchen, cookies, wardrobe, good. It just goes through things to help the child really think and focus on various different things. And of course, I have some more things, uncommon cures for everyday ailments, that we're going to do as well as a reference. Of course, I'm not going to be able to finish all this in one school year, but a good foundation on things, and we're going to build on it every year. Because before we were just doing PE, just dancing or exercising, but now I'm getting more concrete with the body and how it actually works in the systems and all that good stuff. Since they're older, they're ready for it. I've been doing it a little bit over the years, but now it's getting ready to get really, really in depth. Because I'm noticing that the stuff that I started with them, if something happens and I'm not feeling well, they come in and be like, oh, you need to do this, Mom, you need to do that. And I'm like, you're right. So I'm seeing how they even held on to that information when they were smaller. So now they're ready for some deeper things. So I'm going to give it to them so they can be self-sufficient. This just talks about different things. that you can do with your essential oils and support various different things that you're doing. Like if you needed something to promote relaxation, to help you in stuff to encourage your mood, to help you be more restful, bedtime support, things to help with little ones. Um, it has a variety of different things in this book as well. I absolutely love this kit. This Reconnect kit has been like a game changer for my son and also my daughter. And I initially I got this kit for my son, but it has proven to be very, very helpful for my daughter as well to support emotions and balance and everything of that nature. It is just simply amazing. So we use that quite often. And this is just, these two are just books that are just help support overall health and wellness, so that if something is going on with their body, they don't have to ask mommy for everything. They can just come in and look up certain things. Like if they have a cough or a sore throat, they can look up the protocol for it. We can talk about it, and then we can search for natural foods or natural remedies or essential oils or supplements that can support that, and then go from there. Of course, some things you do need to go in to see a doctor for, but most of things we can kind of like do for ourselves. We still need doctors. I'm not going against doctors. We still need doctors because sometimes we just don't know what is going on with our bodies, so that we can go to them to find out what it is, and then we can take proactive measures to help ourselves after that. So, but I just want them to be self-sufficient and know about these things ahead of time, and know that there are other options other than taking pills for the rest of your life. It's not all the time necessary. In some cases, some people do, but in most cases, a lot of things, our bodies are so uniquely made that if we put the right things in our bodies, we can practically take care. The body takes care of itself as long as it get the proper nourishment and the proper fuel with food and positivity, and using great products. It helps. I mean, it really is a game changer, and I have seen proof of it in my life as well. So that is a look at what we're doing for PE and health this year. So as you can see, and I'm hopefully we can get as far along in this as we can. I'm pretty sure we can finish this because they're not too thick. And I also plan to put like pictures in it. Like after Tajay makes a meal, I'm gonna take pictures of it. And then at the end, we're gonna she's gonna have like her own personalized cookbook at the end. So she's gonna not only have home economics, but she's gonna have like a picture diary of the foods that she know how to and know why this food helps with this and how this food helps with that. Now I'm gonna be truthfully honest with you. Although I am totally like a health conscious person, but I do realize that everybody need a cheat day. So I'm not gonna say you can't ever have that chocolate cake. You can't ever have that chocolate brownie. Oh, Terry, that's a great idea. A keepsake that she can keep, and and she gets, that is so. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna actually do that. And so I'm gonna need to probably get another one of these, or just make one myself for my son, so he can have for himself as well, so he can be self-sufficient for both of my kids. So we're gonna use this as our foundation, then make another copy. But that is what we're doing for PE and health. And we're also gonna use some DVDs and YouTube tutorials, and just going out in nature, walking, jogging, riding our bikes, skating, going to the skating ring, going to a health food bar, going to get smoothies, because we're going to be making a lot of smoothies as well. In home economics, not only is she's going to be cooking, but she also going to be going in the grocery store shopping for things like, say, for example, she has digestion issues. We're going to look for different fruits and vegetables that support the digestion tract. And we're going to write them down, and we're going to see, she's going to make smoothies, not only her, all of us. We're going to make them because we already do it, but we need to start back. We're going to do it, and she's going to chronicle it in her little books. And then she'll have this wonderful keepsake of health related things and cooking things that help support her body, and he's going to have a personalized book that helps support him personally, because everybody's body is a little bit different. What works for one person may not work for the other person, but they're going to have a personalized book. They're going to know exactly, well, when I was having this problem or this situation, this worked for me, and this is my go-to. I wrote it down. I didn't forget. I forgot maybe, but now I know I wrote it down. So I'm going to go back and look at what I wrote down, and I'm going to copy the recipe and do that because I know that it works for me. So that is what we're doing. We're going to try to get as far along in it as we can, and what we don't, we're going to carry on to the next year. You guys have a great rest of your day. This part up, I'm going to try to come in and show you some of our cookbooks that we're using for next year for home economics. And before I go, I want to show you this kit. If you're living essential oils, the reason why I love Young Living essential oils is because of the fact that they are essential oils that you not only diffuse in a diffuser, you not only can put, but you can ingest. They have certain oils that you can cook with and ingest in the body. I use these oils daily. I make teas out of them. You can put them in little veggie capsules and take them. You can also use them in your food with the white labels. Oh, Barbara says she wants to get the Reconnect kit. I'm telling you, that Reconnect kit is amazing, and it lasts a long time. This is my original kit from 2 years, year and a half ago. I'm still using it. So it costs a little bit of money, but it was a great investment. Thinking that when you think on the basis of how long it lasts, I'm still using it to this day, and it's like a year and a half later, because Young Living's essential oils are so potent that you only need a little bit. You can use 1 drop, no more than 3, and it does amazing things. I'm still using the Reconnect kit, so I got my money's worth 3 times, 4 times over how long that's lasting our family. But again, the reason why I just love it, because these white labels that you know that they are ingestible, they're called the Vitality line. You can cook with these. You can cook with them. You can add them into your smoothies. You can make teas out of them. You can make veggie capsules out of them. They are safe for consumption. So that's another reason why I absolutely love the oils, because I can use them 3 different ways, get more bang for my buck. But at any rate, I just want to share with you guys what we were doing for PE. And like I said, it is a variety of things that I'm doing, but my kids' variety, they get kind of stagnant when we're doing the same thing over and over and over again. So bored with the writing part of it, doing experimentation that work for our body. Then they're going to be various different dance to keep it lively and moving. So you guys have a great rest of your day. I am going to definitely try to show you some of the cookbooks and smoothie stuff that we're using for home